I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is Caesar Clown, the red and blue leader from set 10 that has not seen a lot of love. There's not a lot of info, and for okay-ish reasons, right? He's just not the best, unfortunately. As much as I love his laugh and love him as a villain, love to hate him, he doesn't see a lot of play in set 10. He's just not the best, and I'm not gonna, pretend that this deck list or this deck is gonna be really good. But it's interesting, and I wanted to check it out because I haven't made a video on Caesar yet. But before we get into the deck, if you guys want to support me, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you're going to be picking up any cards from set 10 or anything off a TCG Player, I have my link for TCG Player down in the description. I'm affiliated with them. They, if you click the link, it helps support me for whatever you purchase off of it. Just a way to support the channel. I also have a coupon code for Net and Garden if you guys want to pick up any play mats. You can use coupon code StrawHatPecan in addition to any of their other sales, like they're doing a buy one, get one 40% off. So my discount for 5% off, StrawHatPecan, works for that as well, right? They got a bunch of different playmats, a lot of cool stuff. I use the Shanks one. They've got Gundam, they've got Whole Cake Island, which is really detailed and really nice. But let's get back into the deck list. Caesar Clown is a 4-life red and blue 5k power leader with scientist/punk hazard type. Don ×2 when attacking. Return one of your punk hazard type cards with a cost of 2 or more to your hand. KO one of your opponent's characters with a power 4000 or less. It's like a decently good stat line for KO that's just kind of like baked in. Like 4k is not bad, right? Like if you combine that with like a 1 Don Otama, you're KOing with 6k. Seems pretty decent on paper, but just the support I don't feel like is there for right now. Right, a lot of the older punk hazard stuff, like the blue stuff, is just not the best. Some of the new stuff is pretty good, right? But even so, it doesn't combo too well with the leader ability, right? We're not, even though we're removing something, possibly, the fact that we have to bounce back one of our own characters, kind of putting our own tempo back, hurts a little bit. I think truly what this deck is missing is more things like this 7 cost that cheat out another body, right? So that's why I'm using it. I don't know if it's good. It probably isn't. But I think a deck like this, if you get any type of cheating out a body, it could be pretty good. But for right now, he's just kind of eh. So just temper your expectations for the deck list and the deck as a whole. But hey, if you're a fan of Caesar Clown and that laugh, maybe he'll be the leader for you, especially if you're playing a little bit more casually, right? Maybe just taking it to locals. I think you could probably do fine with it in a locals, right? Pretty much anything can win a locals. But let's get into the deck list. We're running a lot of red primarily for that minusing power aspect, even though he's a red and blue leader, he kind of has a bit more favor to red baked in with that KOing based off of power. So of course we have for Otama, the 1 cost on play minus something by 2k power, one of your opponent's characters. We got 4 Rayleigh. Just testing out ratios right now, I don't know, but I think Rayleigh obviously be pretty good in this, being that it helps us KO more stuff with our leader building. He is the 8 cost 8k power on play. Choose 2 of your opponent's characters. One of them gets minus 3000, one gets minus 2000, and then you pop something with 3k power or less. And that lasts for your opponent's turn too, so pretty good. Then we got Ben Beckman, 771. Trash a character with 6000 power. Super good. We got our Searcher for the deck, the Virgo. Look at top 5 for a punk hazard type card other than Virgo. We got Sanji, 331. Your turn, this character gets plus 3000, then on KO draw a card. Really good red card as reflected. I think this is probably one of the more expensive SRs from set 10. Then we got the new Caesar. The good part about this is like the deck's not going to be great. So if you are on a budget, you could probably just cut Rayleigh out, and then this deck as a whole is going to be like less than $50, and most of that is the Sanji, right? A lot of this other stuff is very cheap, But yeah, Sanji and Rayleigh being the most expensive cards if you can find replacements, which you can find something. This deck is very, very budget friendly, so that is a plus. I'll say that. But yeah, Sanji, very good red card. Then we got the new Caesar from OP10, 770, no counter. On play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 smiley, put it into your hand, then put the rest cards to the bottom of your deck. Then play up to 1 smiley from your hand. So that's what I was talking about. More cards to cheat out, but right now, the only smileys are the blue one, which is not great, being that he's a 3/1, Don times 1 your turn. This character gets plus 1,000 power for each card in your hand. So if you have 5 cards, he gets plus 5. But if you had like, I don't, it's just weird. I don't know if it's that great. But the new smiley is not bad. There's the 5/6/1 smiley. On play, if your leader has the punk hazard type, give it to one of your opponent's characters minus 3,000 power this turn. That means on our 7 Don or 8 Don turn, because we need to attach Don to leader unless you have a Monet, you can cheat out 2 bodies and then KO something with 7k power from your leader, which sounds pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Establishing a 7/7 and a 5/6 while KOing something on your opponent's board that has 7k power means that on our 8 Don turn, we can probably KO whatever they played out on their 7 Don turn. So that's really nice. Then we got the Tony Chopper 2k counter, 4/4/2, and then on your opponent's turn, he gets plus 2,000 power, so a 4/6 blocker. And then we've got the Mocha 3/3/2. On play, give to one of your opponent's characters minus 1,000 power during this turn. This is going to be one of our targets to bounce back with our leader ability. Right, one of our primary ones, with Monet being another. Is a little bit more expensive, being 3 Don, right? But getting minus 1k means you can KO a 5k power body. Then we got Monet, which is the really good card of this deck, the one that kind of brings it all together. She is a new SR, 2/3/1. Activate main, you may rest this character, give up to 2 rested Don to your leader, so that gets our leader ability online, and then or one of your characters, and then give it to one of your opponent's characters minus 1,000 power during this turn, helping us KO a 5k power while also just using our leader ability, which is nice. One thing that I wanted to test, if I could spell, the Punk Hazard stage, right? Attaching a rested Don to your leader or a character is not bad, but you still need one more for leader ability, right? This kind of just gets us halfway there. So debatably, I wanted to try stage for like a couple of copies, but that's just something to keep in mind. Maybe if you need a cut, Rayleigh you could put in stage, you know, mainly just focus on your leader ability. But yeah, Monet, definitely the best card to consistently use your leader ability. Then we got some early game plays. The 4/5/1 Caesar. On play, or no, sorry, on KO, you play 1 smiley card from your deck and then shuffle your deck. So really good that he replaces himself with the 5/6 smiley. So it becomes like a card that your opponent doesn't really want to swing into because they know that you're just going to get another card, right? It's not a matter of if you have it in your hand or not, as long as you have one in your deck. So I guess if you have all 4 copies in your hand or trash, then yeah, but more likely you're going to have 1 in your deck to find. Then we got Jozu. This is primarily in here as a way that we can use Otama to KO something on a previous turn and then bounce Otama back to our hand and then bounce back one of our opponent's 7 costs or 6 costs, because he is a 6/7/1. On play, return one of your characters other than Jozu, this character, then return a 6 or lower character to the original owner's hand. So yeah, primarily our way to get Otama back to your hand. And then I've got just 2 of these 0 cost red events because we do run some bricks, right? The Rayleigh primarily. So not like a ton. And we do run 12 2Ks. So just a couple. Honestly, we don't run that many. Realistically, we don't have many besides, 8. That's really low for a deck. I kind of want to try the stage. Bear with me for 1 second. It's greedy, but like we don't have many bricks. Rayleigh, everyone else's counter, and then Caesar. Yeah, everyone else is a 1K or 2K. I feel like okay having 10 bricks in the deck. Let's try it out. Just 2 copies. We'll just try it out. But yeah, let's get into some games, see how this plays. Again, not gonna say that this is a great deck, but I wanted to give it a try. All right, we got Luffy. We're going to take first from him. I assume also first is a pretty good curve for us, being we can play a searcher, find Monet, and pass. That means we can KO anything that he plays, but he doesn't play anything. So we'll just swing 5, play out Sanji, so that next turn we can swing twice while playing out Monet to pop whatever he plays, most likely the 3/5 Zoro. Bon Clay. So that's actually really good for us. He does get some ramp. We'll take this. We got the Caesar. Okay, so yeah. Let's go Monet. Boom. Friendly target to there. Bam. 3 Dawn. We can swing 5 with Virgo too. So let's go here. So boom. Pop that. Nice. We can also just play it back out too. Yeah. Wow. Oof. A lot of aggression. 2 7s. He takes both. I mean, he did get the ramp with the Bon Clay, but good to get it out. And then the Sanji acting almost like a blocker, but does replace itself. So yeah, we get to draw. We got the clown. Yeah, that's an unfortunate part, but we can also just play. Oh, we can play Beckman and just trash it. Next turn we can play. It takes the 5. Interesting. Yeah, we're just gonna trash that. Like, even if we don't use lead ability, we're still just kind of removing his board as we go. He's up to 9 Dawn. Okay, no Kaido coming out, even though it wouldn't be able to pop the Beckman. He picks up a Sanji 2K counter. I gotta see what he's taking like every swing at his life. Yeah, we do have this as well to use our leader ability. Help us KO a 5K. We can get a 7K. Well, we also can... We don't have anything to bring back if we use a Rayleigh, though. That's why having the Monet sit on board would have been nice. 4, 9 at us. Leaving 1 up for Gum Gum. We'll just take, I guess. I gotta see what's in the hand, man. I gotta see what's in the hand at this point. I think we can go 7/7, play out Clown, the 7 drop to cheat out the Smiley. And 7 is pretty good because yes, he gets out of it with Gum Gum, but that's a little bit of over countering while we can establish some bodies. And there's nothing we really need to KO. He gives a 2K and 2K, so still over countering, which is good for us. Means he probably doesn't have 1K counters. We can't bring back anything because it has to be a 2 cost. Unfortunately, Virgo doesn't count. If it was a 1 cost, like, this leader would be really good. Just keep bouncing back your searcher. But yeah, the fact that he has to use a Gum Gum, get rid of Kuzan to get out of that is a little rough. We'll play out the 7 drop. We don't find a Smiley. I wish we would pick something else. Boom. But we play out a Smiley. So we just go a little bit wider. We can always bounce back Smiley too. Luffy, the rush coming out. But we have a lot of counter. Six, he's leaving 1 up for Gum Gum. If he goes 10 here, we can defend it. He just goes 10 to life, we'll take, I guess. We could possibly get rid of the Luffy, make him a 7K. But honestly, I think he doesn't. I don't think he has a lot of counter. We can go like 9, 3 9s, or just 15. Yeah, that was unfortunate. He just did not have a lot of counter. I guess he didn't even have the Gum Gum Giant. That is a lot of bricks. So even though that match we did get to use our ability a few times, right? I do want to try. There is a Punk Hazard, the blocker, right? Even if we don't have the matching one for the on play, right? it's still good to have just another 2 cost to get the most efficiency out of our leader ability. So I'm going to try the blocker, right? See how it goes. Just 2 copies. We can maybe put it to 3. Yeah, we'll try 1 less Caesar 7 drop, because we have some other good 7 drops. And he's searchable out of our top end. So we'll put it in another copy. So no, let's just try using our leader ability a bit more. I don't know how this goes for us. We're going second, so I guess keeping 2 searchers is not bad. We can maybe pop whatever blocker he plays out, unless it's the... Oh, also Virgo's a good pick off of Jozu, I just realized. We'll take the clown, even though we're bottom decking a lot of our 2Ks. Probably shouldn't have. Smiley? Actually, Monet, I think, probably better. We can get Smiley if we ever lose our clown. Plays out just Luffy, so I'm assuming you're just going to get a 7k swing at us. Gets the law, unless, yep, okay. We'll just take the 7. Beckman, pretty good. We can trash his Hawkins if we need to. We draw the Smiley anyway, so that's good. We're just going to poke 5. Play out our clown. So we know another 3 Smileys are most likely in our deck. Well, we know at least 1, right? The other 2 could be in our life, but... See if he takes the 5. What did he pick up off the... Oh, he does. Okay, so we'll just play out the good old Caesar from OP10. Who was running this card in OP10? Because even in OP10 stand, I feel like the blue Smiley is just not good. I don't know. Well, 1k. I can double Monet. I can double Monet. I think that's my goal, actually. We'll go 7. Boom, pop. Not bad. I mean, we're really going to pressure his life here. 7 and a 9. I guess I could play out the other Monet. We're going up to... I kind of do want to play out the other Monet. I don't predict another Gadatsu, if anything, because I think he probably wants to make a blocker out of something. If he makes it out of the Hawkins, we can just trash that. Let's go 7. Worst part is if he does counter. Okay, if he does do something to pop the Monet and then swings the other one, we lose both of them. That would suck, but we do have 2 Rayleighs, which are just, you know, can't beat playing out 2 Rayleighs, right? Still a super good generic red card. Let's see. Seven Don. He is going, okay, 4 into 3. At least he has to commit some Don there. Fair enough. Only 5 Don left. 5 at our clown. I mean, sure. Now he can't swing. Haha. No, Gadatsu. Yeah, okay, so that does suck, but at the same time, now I can just poke 5, 6 and play a Rayleigh and get really good value out of it. I won't swing with the Virgo because I really don't care if he attaches 3 Don to a Luffy to swing. That's fine, I guess. He lost a 2k. Don't know. Because I want this as a target for Jozu if I need to bounce something back. Man, we've actually dealt with his board pretty well while pressuring his life down to 2 life by 9 Don. He does have that 7 drop, which he does play out now. What did he put there? The Rush Zoro. Aided us will take. Huh. Does not. He makes that a blocker. Okay. Let's see. How can I get rid of that? It's only by 1 for. That's so much, I realize. I can't pop it, but I can make it a 6K. If I had another Otama, I could. Because I can bring him down. Yeah, if this was like a 2 cost, it'd be so good. But I think it would be maybe too strong. I don't know. We can do just Rayleigh. Yeah, I think we do Rayleigh first. Just make it boom, bam. Pop that. So now he is a trash card, then he play this card. Okay. So now he is a 6K, right? So we can go 6, 7, 8. Plays him out. Fair enough. We do have a lot of counter. No. And he's a 6K for the turn too. Swing 8. He might be tempted to go for game. Does he counter out? He does. Oh. Interesting. Let's see. We have 1K, 2K, 2K, 1K, 1K, 1K. A lot of counter. That is like the good part about this deck. 6 at 6. We'll give 1. Five at life. I'm thinking maybe it's a 10 cost ace thing. We'll take this 5, counter out the next 5, and then hopefully we have enough counter to defend anything. Oh, it's actually just the. Never mind. Okay. 2 down for a blocker or a. Don't know. Let's go 2 and 1. We have a lot of ways to get rid of that Shirahoshi blocker, but then he makes a second blocker, and that's a little bit trickier. We can just Jozu. He has 1 card in hand. I think we get rid of a blocker, and it's like GG. I don't even know if we need to get rid of a blocker. Truthfully, you just have 1 card in hand. I need 5 swings to go through. 5. Yeah, that's actually have perfect math, being that as a dead card. But if I Jozu, then I have to have 1, 2, 3, 4 swings to go through instead of all 5. Committing 5 Don here versus 6 Don for Jozu is actually more. Yeah. So let's go 7, 7, 7, 9, 9. Right? Is that 3? I know it's a brick. Yeah, so we can go 7, 9, 9. Should be GD then, right? Because one of them's a brick. If they're both 2Ks, then, you know, but yeah, GG. Oh, it was a brick and a 1K. Whew, rough. So yeah, even 2 blockers. Man. So we would have got it if we did Josie, but it just happened that the Virgo was a little bit better math wise. So I do think, even though we won, I wish I had a better solution to going for game there. Like, I feel like our board was very good. I mean, I don't know. Like, I wish we had a better way to get rid of big bodies. Like, the 9K stat line is a little bit awkward. If I had a Monet on the board and an Otama, that's like a clear. I don't know. Maybe we want like a Mulgun. Oh, we got Dofi. Interesting. Decent curve, I'd say. If he plays out a sugar, I can just pop the sugar. No, I can't. That's good. Do I risk it? Playing it out? I don't know. I can just play out that. the blocker. We'll play out the blocker. He takes the 6 for Dawn. I do want to try green purple Delphi. I found a deck list that utilizes some of the new purple. Oh, okay. We'll take new purple SRs, and I'm very excited about it. Let's go. We can go establish that, and then this as well. So then we'll swing, pop that back, boom, bam. So even if he uses Birdcage and my Sanji only gets like 1 swing, at least on KO, the Sanji, well, we can always bring the Sanji back to hand too, but the Sanji at least could swing, and then I could play it back out by bouncing it with my, he's gonna Birdcage. Okay. Or is he just gonna swing into it? Just a sugar. Okay. Just gonna clear my board, I guess. Yeah, we'll just draw. Cool. I mean, not cool. 7 Dawn, huh? I could go wide and just swing into the sugar when he rests one of my characters. I could do that, yeah. Probably a better way to do something. I can swing 7, KO, bring that back. 5, nah, I don't know. I got actually a couple of options. I could Virgo bounce back with Jozu. Sorry, there's just so many thoughts. I don't know. I want to get rid of 1 sugar though. So I think just swing 7. Play that out. And then I establish like nothing. Apologies. I think I'm just going to play out my big bodies. I don't know. I feel like that was the worst of the options. But I wanted a big body to swing at him. We'll get rid of 1 of them. I don't really care if he swings there to get rid of it, or if he drops the Birdcage. I can get this back, right? 6. 8 Dawn. Like, he can just Birdcage, get rid of it. I don't know. I guess I'll 1K from the blocker. Doflamingo. Okay. No Rosinante. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. I can pop the sugar. Is that my best bet? Is there any way that I can pop the Dofi? That's 1, 2, 3. That only brings him down to like 6. Oh no. We need more. Way more. Yeah, this it's just unfortunate. But I think I will just play out the boom, bam, pop. That nothing gets rested. We'll go 6. He ramps. At least we're just hitting him a lot, and his board is, even if it's not popped, it's a little bit less scary, I guess, being a 6K and not a 9. Hopefully he takes the 7. He counters out. Okay. No Birdcage yet, so maybe this is just a bad hand from him. I don't know. That's a 10 drop. Okay. We'll counter out here, I guess. No, I don't know. I don't really like, I don't know. We'll counter out from the searcher. 2K because we need to last a few more turns, I guess. Yeah. Yep, 10 drop. Knew that was coming. We could... No, there's nothing to Jozu. That's why I should have kept a searcher. I don't know why I didn't. I didn't want to counter out with Monet because he's just such a good card. They still have the blocker up too, so that could defend my board a bit. I could Otama, swing into the Dofi, but I really just want to pressure his life. But if I pressure the Dofi, that just gives him 2 swings. I have a blocker up. I can play 2 blocker and then just swing big in the Dofi. I'd rather establish a Jozu though. 4. I think we just go 12. I think we just can win it off a life, right? I don't know. I think we can rush him down. If he plays out the 10 drop, he hasn't hit us with a... Right, we can play Jozu. We just have something big to swing with. I don't even need to do anything, right? I've got a blocker, a 2K, 1K. Like, I'm not going to die this next turn. It's just, I'm not even thinking about basic game mechanics at this point, which is like throwing me. I'm just thinking about like utilizing the deck in any kind of way. And let's see here. We let the 6 go. We can maybe save the 7 and the 8 because we counter out. 5 at our life will take. We get Beckman. That can get rid of a blocker or sugar. What is he going to 10 drop again? We just split with our blocker at that point. At that point, yeah, that's rough. All right, dude, I don't know. Let's go 9. He says 8. We go 9 again. Nah, he can go 9. Or yeah, with an event, 2-down event. He might not have, but he probably does. Oh, the 10 drops are killing me. Okay. Yep, he counters out. Okay. Do I just put up 2 blockers and hope that's enough? I guess. If he Hodies, then I'm just dead. Ah. Does he Hodie? I could possibly get out 3 blockers. If we do get another blocker, we get a 2K. Do I block her? Because then that's 3, 4. Am I predicting a Hodie? I'll just keep it in hand. If he has the Hodie, he has the Hodie. I just got chained to 10 drops and it hurt. He does not have the Hodie, it seems. Counter out the... block the 11. But he has just such big swings, right? Like, it doesn't even matter. Maybe we should have put out another blocker then. 11? Can I get out of 11? Actually, I think I can, right? 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Wait, we win. We win. I'm over here stressed. I just have a lot of counter. 12. Whew. GG. Wow. Okay. Well, that hurt because it was just 10 drops and I'm over here thinking, yeah, I just feel like we don't have an answer to clear big bodies. Is that the bad part about this deck? I don't even know. Do you run the mole gun to get rid of big bodies, right? Because you have the 6K stat line off of like Smiley. Sanji counts on your turn, right? So that allows you to minus 5K and then pop a 2K. Possibly allowing you to pop 2 things on your turn, debatably of what you have. Minusing 5 for 4 does allow you to get a 9K off of leader, and then if you have Monet, that gets you a 10 for like 6 done plus 2 attached. You don't establish anything though. That's the bad part. The fact that you don't establish anything, you have to bounce them into your hand, right? Like, and Monet is such a very easy thing to get rid of. That's why I feel like maybe more blockers is better. Don't know. I feel like this card gets cut for sure. I don't know, very interesting deck so far. I think also maybe this Caesar. I just thought it'd be nice to have an early game body that kind of your opponent doesn't want to swing into, but Sanji kind of accomplishes that anyway. Be a very interesting deck list. I kind of do like the leader. It seems pretty fun. I like the idea of being able to KO consistently, right? A 4K stat line is not bad, but as you saw throughout the games, like once those bodies hit like 9K and above, it does come a little tricky. It does become a little tricky. But yeah, let me know what you think of the deck list. Any suggestions, right? Like my thing is maybe fit in a couple of copies of Mulligan, because right now as it stands, we do not have a lot of bricks, so you can afford to put in a couple of bricks. I think like a couple of copies of Mulligan would be good, or even like, was it Round Table? I think just minuses for Fordon by 10K, so that is kind of also something, you know, if you really are stressed about big bodies. But maybe if there were more Punk Hazard things that were like good mid-range, like I feel like that's what the deck is missing, like a good 5 cost. Like Smiley is pretty good, but it's also just not that great. I don't know, we need Monet consistently on the board or something else to attach Don, so that's why I think the stage might be good. So for future deck building ideas, I think stage might be decent, allowing you to maybe consistently use your leader ability, and maybe some more power reducing events for those big body matches, right? Even though I didn't get to swing with my leader because of the 10 drop, if it was any other kind of 10 drop, you know, something like a mole gun or a Round Table even would really help you just clear those big bodies, right? But yeah, either way, pretty fun, interesting leader. Even though he's not great, I do think there's maybe some potential down the line if we get more Punk Hazard cards. Could be pretty good. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.